Ling-a-ling with my lag was banging in the Ling-a-ling with my lag was banging in the back. Turn it up, make it slide. Turn it up, make it slide. Turn it up, make it slide. Ling-a-ling with my lag was banging in the back. Turn it up, make it slide. Turn it up, make it slide. Turn it up, make it slide.
My bad. Thank y'all for tuning in. hey, on some real shit. I sat here, I had a whole spiel going on back here. Didn't even know I wasn't even in the show. See, I'm already fucking up as a content creator. But as usual, man, thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of DDM TV with the big homie Dice. And on your way in the building, man, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. And if it's not too much to ask, man, make sure y'all hit that notification bell so that y'all can stay notified every time we drop new content. Thank you for that, True Fairy, or else I would not have known. But like I was saying before, when you guys couldn't hear me, I was saying I got a newfound like for Kwame. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that I like the dude totally, because there's still a lot I disagree with him with, you know what I'm saying? But there's a lot I disagree with everybody, because we're not going to all think the same. But I did catch the Geechee part, and I caught all that, and I do understand that this dude understand that he is an American Indian. You understand what I'm saying? He understand on that level, and one day maybe me and him would get to chop it up on a molecular level on that subject. But the reason why I'm doing the dice up of the Hassan Campbell and the Kwame Brown Bus Life video is because everybody keep asking me to do it. Because I wasn't gonna do it because I really wasn't. Y'all know I try to stay away from shit that's Hassan Campbell unless like people like Wax Dog or somebody is doing it. Then I'll go check it out, shut up and react. If he says something, I'll go check it out. You know what I mean? Shit like that. Other than that, I kind of backed up from it because I don't really give a fuck about him. but I'm not going to be biased in this video. I will point out what's right on both sides and what's wrong on both sides. You understand what I'm saying? And I haven't watched it all yet. I just caught a few clips and stuff like that. But I do want to point out something that I caught from the beginning, because I have had a few debates with people about Hassan saying that he apologized, and as a man, Kwame Brown should just move on. But at the same time, a lot of people didn't catch that Hassan Campbell video and how much he elaborated on it. So that's where you got to take some things into account. Like, okay, you're apologizing and you want instant gratification for an apology. You understand? You want instant gratification for an apology, but you went in for a while on your video. I don't know if it was 20 minutes or an hour, but it was a lot longer than an apology. Now, the dude don't have to accept your apology. I give it to Hassan Campbell for actually doing it. You gotta give him respect for that. You understand what I'm saying? But at the same time, respectfully, I gotta respect Kwame Brown for not accepting it. If he doesn't sing, just because somebody says sorry, just because somebody apologizes, doesn't necessarily mean that you have to accept it. They can apologize how they want, but did you receive it how you want it? You understand what I'm saying? But I'm not going to tie you guys up, man. Without further ado, we are going to jump into the Hassan Campbell versus Kwame Brown. Let's go.
Hassan. Yeah, we want the real Hassan. We don't want no.
No, this dude got the same mic as me.
Come on up here, Hassan.
What up, Dysandra, the Prince, True Fairy? Shut up.
I'm not answering for nobody but Hassan
Street,
Campbell.
No
Put your face on the screen. Somebody at Hassan Campbell. Since everybody want to talk about the old busted bus.
And yeah, you right. Hey, look,
nobody want to talk about coding and trades and Charlemagne.
Check this out. And this nigga be on that code and shit. I mean, apps is ruling the world right now. So, I mean, if your kids can learn coding, that would be a good thing. Classic in the building, and unconditional love in the building. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hey, Prince is right what he's saying right there. From what I'm seeing, I mean, for you guys always want people to show that they're giving back, show that they're doing for their people or anything like that. Well, I mean, this nigga is going out his way to mention small YouTubers. Shout out to Miss 504. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to a few people. Shout out to Wax for getting mentioned by Yuck Mouth. Like y'all can peg celebrities as whatever y'all want, but they starting to see. I think some of them are starting to see that they need us. You know what I mean? We are your supporters. We are who have supported you. You understand what I'm saying? But let's continue, because y'all know once I get to talking, boy, I can go. You niggas be sitting back like, God damn, Dice, nigga, will you play the video, motherfucker?
The lesser fucking charge. Nobody want to ask Stephen A. why was he at them colleges, boy? And why was you at them high schools?
I don't know why the video tripping.
Nobody want to understand the true system of how they hold us back.
Whatever.
Everybody want to talk about this make-believe shit, the bole, the bafole, the this, the that.
Hold on, that's just irritating. Let me pull it back up and put it back in.
They make you fight against each other for crumbs, and they never allow you to get to a certain level. Didn't you hear the story of Jay Prince? How this brother tried to use his money to be a part of the distribution of CDs, and there was an alleged DA agent that was trying to assassinate him. Did you ever hear about that?
Salute,
or you too scared to talk about the truth? And fuck talking. When you gonna do something?
Facts.
And the way you do something is stop worrying about adults and their bitch ass feelings. You worry about the children. Now, where are you at, son?
Listen to what he said. Worry about, you know what I mean?
Where are you at? Don't talk about me. Talk to
me. Don't talk about me. Talk to me. Exactly.
I'm not answering for nobody but a son. I want to see Mr. Campbell.
See what Kwame Brown got to watch out for? Is Kwame, see, he don't really understand the YouTube shit. He did his thing on Facebook.
We know you
this
up,
YouTube shit, this shit can get
we
janky.
Know you up.
So he really got to watch out who he fucking with, who he putting on, who he yelling out and shit like that. Because the exact same shit that you're trying to help, the same people that you're trying to help, some of the people that you just may put on may be detrimental to our people. I ain't gonna
play your video on my YouTube. I'm gonna just play your audio right here. And somebody say that's a Hassan Campbell bit. No, that ain't him. Y'all, please don't fill up the whole thing, because I want to see Hassan Campbell. It says full, so I'm gonna delete some people.
And mind you, I didn't go all the way to the beginning of the video because he talked for like 30 minutes before Hassan even come up. Let me turn this phone on.
See, a lot of these guys just want YouTube algorithms. A lot of these guys just want a check every month to be able to brag and put on these big dumbass hats and these stupid ass bracelets and shit and walk around the hood and tell them they can do it.
Look, you see, look, pay attention. Now, look, when real motherfuckers get some wealth, when real motherfuckers get some money, they don't look like that. They don't put on all that fucking jewels and shit. Like you might have jewelry. No doubt, we all got jewelry. But I barely even wear jewelry. You know what I'm saying? I wear my Michael Kors wristwatch, and that's about it. Because I'm usually at work. But your jewelry's supposed to be for when you about to do something, not just to sit there and have it on all day. Then all you niggas get these big ass fucking grills that don't even fit your mouth over there talking about, yeah, so we this is what we gonna do today, nigga. We lit out here. Spit slurping ass niggas. Like you look corny as fuck.
Now, this is you. This is you right here. Talking about me. Again. Right? This was your response to me. Okay. You try to make it seem like you wasn't bragging, huh?
See, I didn't have an opinion really about Kwame Brown. I kind of did, and I will say it was kind of against him because I didn't like the Tommy Sotomayor and him.
First of all, everybody didn't.
I thought both of them were clowns in that. I'm just being honest, but
he even said it.
But look, I sat back and I watched Kwame Brown a little bit, and he's done some things that intrigue me. I'm still watching him though. You feel what I'm saying?
Now let me say this respectfully, right? I'm gonna be as respectful.
Yeah, the wealthy people. Look, think of all the wealthy people we know. Steve Jobs, all them motherfuckers. You don't see these motherfuckers running around wearing jewels and gold fronts and all that shit. That shit we do. Oh shit, I got some money. Let me show all these niggas that I got money that I'm not gonna help out at all. But I'm gonna sit here and talk about my people this, while flashing jewels in their face. Kind of sound like the pastor, don't it? Don't the pastor sit up there? He be the only one, him and his wife be the only ones pulling up in Range Rovers and Benzes. And he up on the podium talking about he's struggling with you. Barely want to help you pay the rent, but you giving all your offering to pay the bills in this motherfucker every week. Ain't no greater hustle than religion. I'm going to just tell y'all the truth. You might hate me for it, but y'all know I'm going to tell the truth.
When I say, don't compare me to an NBA player or none of you celebrities, like you, for example.
See, there go right there.
Don't play military mind games with the people. I'm not glorifying prison.
Now, real quick, y'all, before I let it go, we all know this about Hassan Campbell. Is anything that has to do with anything famous, all of it is Illuminati. All of it is they took a blood oath, and that's the only way you can get in. Nigga, well, then what happened to you? Are you bitter? Because you were hanging and doing security around the industry, nigga. Where you so-called got molested, which is Bee Stinger's story. Quit playing with me, nigga. Remember, y'all had to clear Bam's name. That don't sound like somebody that was being molested. Just like dude said, you might have had a relationship with him. Yeah. But I think you guys shut Bee Stinger down for a minute. Y'all took that story. Y'all was supposed to blow up off of it. Your ass blew up on YouTube and ran off from everybody. Now don't nobody want to associate themselves with it, so they just leave you be. Perfect disguise, nigga. Perfect disguise. What up, handling salute, Kenny?
At 18 years old, I went to the penitentiary, and at 18 years old, you went to the NBA. It's not because I'm glorifying. It's because there was a long path that led to my downfall going to the penitentiary. There's a story in between of pain. Is what I was trying to say. And see, that's the thing that's lacking, that's missing in your story. My story is filled with pain from.
So pain is lacking in my story.
But this is a guy he doesn't know.
A guy that was in the free lunch line. Daddy went to prison. And he was in a homeless shelter in Lansing, Michigan. Go look it up.
It don't matter what this dude was doing. Do you know how big Kwame is? Even if he couldn't play basketball or he could play basketball, Do you guys understand that they were coming for him anyway? You go to any high school, they don't give a damn. They'll put him on the team. We'll teach you how to play basketball, man. You come on, you gotta join the team. Oh, what your grades is bad? Oh, don't worry about that. We'll take care of that. We're part of the administration. You understand what I'm saying? Like, as big as he is, he's gonna play basketball. But just because he made it somewhere doesn't mean he didn't have the same fucking life. You know how many famous people I know that had a hard life? I grew up with Nick Cannon and his family out in San Diego. Watch this nigga, you know what I'm saying, go through life getting jumped, getting picked on, trying to gang bang. They wouldn't let him in, even though his daddy started Lincoln Park Blood Gang. Yeah, a lot of people didn't know that. They tried Nick Cannon, don't even know his daddy is one of the G's from Lincoln Park. He's one of the forefathers. Like, people don't know shit. People just assume. Just like Hassan. He just assumes with all that animaniacs type of shit he do, trying to throw, you know what I mean? Always doing the little gun thing. And, oh, he got his TV turned out. Now, but hold on, y'all. I'm fucking up. Why y'all didn't stop me? I said I was not gonna be biased. Let's go. Y'all gotta catch a nigga, man. What old girl say on Friday? You know what I'm saying? You got to be telling, you got to be reminding me.
That's pain is lacking in my story. You're actually telling a black man in America. Why do we have to trade war stories anyway? Why can't we talk about what I've been saying? Coding, trade schools. Who sent you here to say you were better than me and all this other shit when I wasn't saying I was better than nobody? I said we all are nothing. So where you at, Hassan? You a real nigga, ain't I know you ain't sleep.
Nah, Kwame, you said you was better.
A real nigga that run the block and all this shit. They ain't sleep this early.
Hassan Campbell don't lie. He said you said you were better than us, bro. I'm just saying, Hassan Campbell don't lie at all.
How you sleep?
300,000 subscribers say he doesn't lie.
Come on. Come on, chameleon. Where you at, boy?
He coming.
Childhood. Your story.
He said, drop the link. I done did it 100 damn times. I just dropped it again.
Hassan got to get himself screen ready.
Sitting outside on welfare cheese lines. Going to the stores with food stamps. Dealing with the evil stepdad.
Hey, Hassan got to get himself screen ready. You know what I'm saying? That nigga, he do the little lick the pinky and his, what is that, the forefinger or the first finger, whatever the fuck it is. You know how they lick them two fingers and then they spread them across their forehead so they can straighten them niggas can straighten out their eyebrows and shit. Niggas look in the mirror, get themselves that little finger, you know what I'm saying? Pour the little ring out with the fist and shit, and then get a little finger and walk backwards looking at themselves like, yeah, nigga, I'm lit. Shut the fuck.
Brother, I was in the same welfare line. You're talking about shit you don't know what you're talking about.
Your pains? Well, you got 40 to 60 million dollars for your pain.
I got 40 to 60
million. You took the oath for your pain. Yes.
How do you know
I took the oath for my pain?
For your pain.
The fuck are you talking about, boy? I took an oath because I played the game good enough that it got me signed, sealed, and delivered to the University of Florida by age 16.
No, you didn't play the game
good
enough.
To go to the NBA because I had options.
Hassan said you didn't play the game good enough. Nigga, you signed the oath. Don't be lying to us, Kwame. Come on, Geechee. You know Hassan don't tell no lies. 330,000 people say that.
Options that I created. I came in the same struggle as you, but I created options. I didn't use it as an excuse like you did.
Facts.
I didn't wear it as a badge of honor and try to play tough like you doing. You're just a scared little boy that got taken advantage of, and you're trying to sound tough so you don't have to feel that feeling again. And now you're trying to abuse because the abused become the abuser.
Did y'all hear what he just said? Because he trying to play tough because, and I'm not trying to clown molestation. That's not what I'm doing, but It's just the way he said it, though. That nigga said, you trying to play tough so you don't have to feel that feeling again. What, the
Now, I would
thigh?
love for
Because
you
he
to
didn't say
come.
he was penetrated. After a while, Hassan Campbell tried to keep some dignity and say he was thighed, not understanding that being thighed, that nigga throwing his penis right in between your legs with some lubricant, nigga, that was worse than him just going on in. Like, nigga, that nigga was rubbing his meat in between your thigh meat. That nigga wanted to make, he didn't want no ass. He wanted to make Hassan Campbell's, let me stop because I'm trying not to be biased. But Hassan Campbell, no, I don't like that motherfucker. But I'm not going to be biased. I am going to call out where he right.
Talk about your abuse and help these children.
No, he made it to the NBA, though. It don't matter.
Motherfucking mouth.
You know what I'm saying?
There
He
you
made
go.
it somewhere successful.
What up?
Gotta give it to him.
You tell me.
Yeah, thigh is
You
very
have the
strange,
floor, sir.
Queen.
I never said your name. Why are you speaking about me as if you know me?
I spoke about you because you spoke about me. When you mentioned my name, I mentioned you. When I
Listen
said
to this.
when I made the video,
This is what I want to make clear, because when I was debating with people, you know what I'm saying? People were like, well, you know, he didn't, he apologized and he should have moved on. So now it's just either you accept my apology or we going to fight. Or, you know what I mean? Are we going to move on or we going to fight? I get that, but I understand why Kwame Brown did not accept that apology. I get that, because right off top, he tells a lie, peep game. And if you start off any conversation with a lie, a nigga ain't gonna respect you after that. Not no respectful dude. If a dude's calling you out and you start off with a lie that you know is a lie, he know is a lie, what man is gonna respect you? The conversation's already tarnished right there. That's where I back Kwame Brown up for trying to continue to bring up why he did what he did. Why are you speaking on me like this? And as a man, he got a right to know. Do I think he should have moved on or fought him? I agree with that too. He gave you an apology. He don't want to talk about it. So either move on or fight the nigga. I agree with that too. But that doesn't mean that Kwame has to stop asking him why you did it. Come on, man. It's okay for two sides of the coin to be right. Because two people can be wrong, just like two people can agree to disagree, right?
and I said, don't compare me to an NBA player.
When did I mention your name?
Listen. He
You wasn't
said, I
talking about me
mentioned
earlier
you.
when you took the shot.
Sir,
mentioned you
you
'cause
said
you mentioned
Michael.
me.
I looked up to Michael Jordan. I was abused. You said something about me.
Listen. That was sarcasm. Matter of fact, what I'm gonna do for you is
that wasn't
listen,
about me.
listen,
Let's be honest.
listen, hold on.
Did that? Just be honest. Right there, Hassan Campbell knew that dude didn't mention him, and he knew he caught that.
Hold on.
That wasn't about me.
Let's nip this in the bud. As a man, I'm gonna apologize. As a
See,
man,
Hassan want to
Because the
always seem
reality
like
of
he's
it
the
is,
big
you
dude.
didn't do
That's why
nothing
he
to
trying
me.
to take over.
so to cut all the bullshit, as a man, you didn't do nothing to me. I stepped on your toes. I respect some of the.
So then, if he didn't do nothing to you, why would you start the conversation off when you got a chance to address him face to face? He said, don't talk about him, talk to him. When you got a chance to address him face to face, why start off with a lie? Why start off? And that's what everybody do out here in these YouTube streets. How is everybody responding to each other? Somebody had to throw the first rock. But see, they come in like this. Well, I'm talking about you because you talked about me, knowing damn well that person never said any damn thing about him. What, the beef sector and the roast sector? Since everybody think it's the black sector, nigga, it's the roast sector. The fuck is wrong with y'all? Y'all want to be called the black sector acting the way we act over here? And you notice I said we, yeah, I'm over here too, so I'm a part of it. I might not act like that, but I'm not, you know what I mean? I don't do everything I can do to stop it either. So I'm just as guilty of this sector and the bullshit that go on. That's why I'm trying to remove myself, because shit has just gone too far. You understand what I'm saying? We got to a point where black folks think we can just do any and everything and it's okay until something happens to you. Then now we got to come to the rescue and no, that's not right to do. We shouldn't do stuff like that. We got to be a culture and people. Why we always got to be a culture and people and come together when something's going wrong with somebody? Why y'all don't hear motherfuckers like me saying, and others saying, Hey, y'all, stop the dumb shit. Stop the bullshit. Out here trying to be tough. Out here trying to be rich and all that shit. I mean, no doubt, get your money. Get your money. But the ways that y'all go to get it, that crab in the barrel mentality is so fucking played out. You look stupid doing it. So many people are coming live with excuses and shit on why somebody got Kwame Brown mentioning them and shit. I gives a fuck if he mentioned me or not, man. Do I hope he see this video? I don't give a fuck. If he see it and he like it, cool. If he don't like it, cool. Nigga, I'm Dice TV. You got to look at yourself as the clout. Anyway, no matter how small or big you are. That's called having confidence in yourself. I know where I'm going with this. I know where I'm going with my platform. You know what I'm saying? People be like, oh, that nigga, he barely get any views and shit. Yeah, I barely do any content either because I have a plan. I'm not trying to get instant gratification. I'm actually learning a fucking craft, getting something up under my belt. Because YouTube ain't the last stop for me like it is for some of y'all. That's why I tell y'all, watch what y'all say. Watch what you do. You think Hassan Campbell's going somewhere? You can be YouTube famous all day, and I'm glad it gives you some money. I'm glad YouTube, you can get to a level where you can actually take care of yourself. But as far as going to some upper echelon, being any type of famous person or anything, because you know that's what he want. That's why he talks shit about people that have it, because he's this nigga is a failed artist, whether it be acting, rapping, or whatever. The nigga was trash. That's why they never put him on. You understand what I'm saying? What he's on, as far as the industry, he has a vendetta. This is vengeance for what he didn't get. And he fucked around and did something that popped, gave him a little money, and you could tell when somebody's an envious motherfucker that ends up with money. Because then they start, you know what I mean? You sit here and talk all this black shit, donating and helping out the people while you sit in their face with jewels and shit, not giving nothing. All you do is terrorize out in these fucking streets so that you can get some fucking views. Don't think we forgot about Burger King. Nigga, it's some kids sitting at the fucking kiosk, ordering their food. You go saying something to them, they wasn't even bothering you, but you played tough with them. I've never seen you out in the streets play tough with any real one, any real reputable. I've never seen that. You can play tough on this camera, but that's why I don't do that with you, because I'm not going to have no fucking camera battle with you. Nigga, I'll be up in New York and wear your ass out, pimp. And that's on everything, nigga. You can talk all the shit you want on camera. See me for real. And it ain't even like that, because I don't got a problem with you like that. You my brother. I just don't agree with some of the shit you do, but I never count my brothers out. I always feel like that we strong enough to be changed. You know what I mean? But when we get this fame and all this shit, you take it back to when Sonetta first interviewed him. He looked like he wanted people to give a fuck about him. Like, man, it's really a problem out here, y'all, and this, that, and the other. To turn him out, I don't give a fuck what y'all think. That shit ain't gonna make me. You know what I'm saying? When the motherfucker get his TV turned out, nigga, that shit sound corny. He got his curtains blended. That nigga got his feet jacked up. Nigga toenails peeled back. They made him look like hot buttered down moose booty in the face. Come on, my nigga. At least if you gonna be that person, act like an adult with it. Here I go being biased again.
When I first started hearing about you, automatically, the first thing I said was bootleg.
Either.
I didn't do my homework.
That's his
I didn't
own
look
choice.
to see whether you was a credible dude, what your fight was. Later on, I seen the Judge Joe Brown joint, which I thought was dope, or whatever the case may be. But just to give you who I am, when it comes to anybody that comes from Hollywood, the music industry, any of that, I look at everybody sideways. So I prejudged you according to that. But as far as who you are and what you're doing right now, your message,
where
some of the
you
things
was
that
wrong
I
for
caught up on
prejudging,
and I listen to, I respect your message as a man.
Now, did I not just say that from the beginning? Because the reason why I understand this is because I did the same thing. I'm guilty. I was wrong, my people. All y'all that support me, Dice TV was wrong in the way that I prejudged Kwame Brown from the beginning. Not saying I like the nigga like that. Not saying everything that he say I agree with, because it is not like that at all. But I seen something different, and I seen him do something different for the people that I fuck with. The people that I fuck with. here on this YouTube shit. He ain't got to shout nobody out or nothing like that. And nobody should get starstruck over it. I mean, still do your thing because you still got to be able to hold the audience. But based off of how I seen him move, I decided to hear him out. And, I usually don't necessarily prejudge like that. But I did. I did the same exact thing Hassan Campbell did. So I can't hold him accountable for being wrong without holding myself. Hassan, we wrong, pimp. We was wrong for that prejudgment. And we shouldn't do that as channel holders. Neither one of us. We don't have to like each other, but I'm going to give you some knowledge right here. We should not do that. Don't prejudge, because then we assume, and you know what assumption comes with. When you assume, you make an ass out of you and me, and both of us look like asses right now. I'll admit that.
But sir, you didn't say that about 30, 40 minutes ago.
Melee in the building, my G.
Was not said 30, 40 minutes ago. What I said was a response to the indirect that what you said about me on earlier today.
But listen, bro. You've said something about me indirectly in
Melee, my God.
maybe 4. Even when you spoke about me the first time, when somebody asked you, what do you think about Kwame Brown? You said, I like him, but. And then you went on to talk about all this stuff. And even today, you talked about an oath. And I'm telling you that anytime you go to prison, you sign an oath. You sign an oath to be a slave for white boys.
That is a fact.
And that mentality that you're preaching,
you sign your life over when you go to prison
as a married man with jewelry and chains on. Are you prepared to kill someone? Because that's what you would have to do to be in the hood by yourself. So to speak the way that you're speaking, how old are you, sir?
44.
You're 44 years old.
Boom. 44 years old, which means he shouldn't even be doing the things that he's doing when he get money. Nigga, Hassan Campbell should have that hat on that Kwame Brown, my guy Geechee got on, and be on a ranch somewhere with the money he getting. You should be having livestock and shit, growing you some marijuana. You should be chilling. You 44 years old, but you want to be seen as that nigga. Who does that after that part of their life is already gone? Who still does that? Melee, nigga, I'll make a beef video on your ass real quick if I see your ass out here gangbanging with these little young niggas at the age we are today. You feel me? Like, why would we do that? You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Buying cars and toys and light up chairs and shit. See, it's hard not to be biased against this nigga. And I wouldn't necessarily call it bias. I'll be calling it what it is. Now, I'm not trying to be mean to the nigga. I'm just trying to tell you, bro, as a person that's your age, come on, my nigga. You know better than that. Don't live the glory days of what we missed during the hip-hop expansion, being that we was raised to see it. We know bells and whistles ain't nothing but an invitation for a nigga to, what'd he say? What happened to just peel your cap back? Peel this motherfucking cap back, Blue. You know what I'm saying? What happened to that? But no, that nigga got his curtains rolled up. That nigga got his socks rolled down. You trying to set trends at 44? Nigga, sit back with your fat belly like mine. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I got my little swole on whatever. But I do got a fat belly. You know why? Because I'm in my 40s. I sit back and I drink my beer when I get off of work and chill with my kids. Then I come on here and enjoy y'all. I'm living my pre-retirement life. I'm getting ready for that in the next 20 years. That's what I'm doing. You understand what I'm saying? You could do some real good things with your money. You don't got to go and help out the black. Lead by example. Give people the avenues like Kwame Brown. He ain't got to get nobody no money or move nobody on his ranch or nothing, but him putting people on and putting food on people's plate by shouting them out, coming to their channel, chilling with old regular folk. Since wasn't that your problem? Because all these industry motherfuckers, they don't give a fuck about y'all. They don't pay attention to y'all. Okay, well, this is another industry motherfucker that you pointed the finger at. And he is saying something to people. Shit, Tommy Sotomayor, people might not like Tommy Sotomayor, but he don't gotta say nothing to us. He do though. People fumble it when they can grow off of it, but that's neither here nor there. Not everybody understands how to do this media shit, but they will get it. But come on, man. You got to quit living in the land of delusion.
With children, beautiful children, may I add.
Thank you.
I've seen you put them on the internet. You have a wife. You
That's
have a
what's
beautiful
up, Melee.
yard with flowers and dogs.
I'm proud of you, bro.
Which you should be enjoying.
I'm proud of you.
But you steady
Everybody
going back
eat.
to the hood to prove what?
And everybody, if we really want to move, we got a situation right here on YouTube where we can all help each other move, all help each other eat. If that's not moving in unison together as a culture, then what the fuck is? We came on here and actually got the device that can bring us together, that can bring us all together. And we don't do nothing but separate even more. Now I don't got a problem with Tasha or Brian down the street right here. I got a problem with Tasha and Brian in Philadelphia, in New York, in Florida. I got a problem with the Tashas and Brians everywhere. What the fuck is wrong with y'all people today?
Have to do to protect those chains and to protect the thing, to brag about being in the hood. If somebody approached you, you would have to kill that person or hurt that person.
You already know, man. I'm proud of you, bro. You deserve that.
I don't see your point.
Because
the
you
point
fire
is,
as
why
fuck.
would you put yourself at
especially
risk
with your storytelling and all that shit?
To brag like that
Melee
about being
fire
in the
as
hood.
fuck. If y'all not subscribed to Melee All Day TV, man, y'all go check out the homie, man. I love it when you do the late night shit. You just be chilling and shit, and that nigga come in and tell you some stories. Like it's like one of your homeboys come over and he be like, yo, check this shit out. What happened to me the other day? And he'll go into detail. I love that shit when he do that shit. That's my nigga right there. I don't give a fuck what nobody got to say.
And you do something to them, you will be going to prison, leaving your wife and your children. Why would you go to the hood when you got nice flowers like that? And
first of all,
what's up, Tanya? Shout out to Tanya Hicks. I did a live stream earlier, letting everybody know that if you fuck with Dice TV, you rock with me. I don't give a fuck if you my people. If you fucking around and attacking people like Tanya Hicks and people in her situation, anybody like that special needs or anything like that, you know what I mean? Not to put her business out there like that, but anybody that's doing that fuck with Dice TV, you gotta go. And y'all know I don't kick people out, but we're not doing that over here. Tanya Hicks come over here is Switzerland. You understand? Y'all don't do that to her. I don't give a fuck what y'all do to everybody else. Y'all motherfuckers stab each other in the fucking eyes. But y'all would not mess with no special needs, anything over here in my chat or any children, not on my channel. That's not how it's going down in my area. And I'm not trying to talk shit to nobody. I just had to make that frank again, that when Tanya Hicks is around, ain't nobody attacking her over here. We ain't doing that. I don't care who she rock with. She rocks with some people I don't even rock with. But Tanya Hicks has always been able to move around and nobody messed with her. So just leave her be, man. And that's not no direct message to anybody. I'm just saying, we're not going to do that over here. I have no issue with what anybody else do on their channel. I can't tell them what to do. We just not going to do that on DDM TV. That's not what's going to happen.
Live in the hood. For two, I have family in the hood. For three, God made this earth spacious enough for me to travel through wherever I decide to go. So whether you have jewelry on or you just traveling and you have a glow to you as a person, sometimes when I travel, just like when you travel, some people may recognize you, they may not. I'm not going to stop going to the hood based off of what somebody feel about me. That's not going to happen. That's for one. For two, I don't have a point to prove to anybody, but at the same time,
no, he's not going to go to the hood
if I have to. But I mean, the reality of it is this conversation shouldn't really be based on whether I'm going back to the hood or not.
But it's the way that you're going to the hood, though. You going to the hood with chains on. You going to the hood saying, yeah, I can go to my hood. I can do this. I can do that. That's braggadocious.
I can't see.
You would have to hurt the person that come up to you in the hood. You a real street cat, right? So you know there's rules and regulations to the hood. You don't make yourself look like food in the hood. I can't see his comments in a blood neighborhood wearing blue. There's rules and regulations to the street, and you going back to
There's a dude on here that start at, you know what I mean, and we'll fast forward to that in a little bit, but there's a dude on here that start preaching to Hassan Campbell and shit about, you know what I'm saying, being American Indian and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get in tune with that dude and his channel. He was speaking some real shit.
Your hood while you're a grown-ass man with children, and if you're in the hood with that many flowers, that's a nice-ass hood. with that fish tank and that nice stuff you got, if that's the hood, you
No,
in a
that's
nice
not the hood. That's
Okay,
not
so
the hood.
I'm talking about where your family is. That's where you should stay.
And the good old, we got to make
Because
sure the
what you
ring
would
or the
have to
watch is in
do
the camera.
In order to brag like that with chains on, you would have to hurt someone, which would take you away from your family.
Hold up for a second. Give me. I'm trying to figure out. So
look, so he want to go into acting mode, hold up, and all that shit instead of understanding that what Kwame Brown just said wasn't a shot at him. He was actually speaking facts. You want to be around the hood and all that shit. It don't matter if it's your homies. You want to be around the hood, flossing all that shit. Somebody gonna come for it if you think you just safe like that. If you think you just gonna floss on people like that. People, one thing people don't like. A lot of people don't have no problem with your success. A lot of people don't have no issue with anybody's success. The problem is when you flaunt that success in people's face. Just the same way nobody likes to see flamboyant gays. If you're not a gay man, you don't like to see the flamboyantness. They can keep that in the room, right? Same thing. If you got chains and shit, nigga, wear a chain, watch, pinky ring, shit like that. You ain't got to come out with all 17 rings, even wearing them on your toes with flip-flops. You ain't got to come out with all your chains like Mr. T, 50 earrings in your ear, grill trying to stay in your mouth, big ass pendants all over the place, looking like what's his name? I forgot his name, but the dude that died on I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, for all the old folks in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
You basically talking to me about me going to the hood with chains on. I think that you way too articulate as a man. You're way too smart as a man to be talking about whether I'm going. Our conversation shouldn't be based off of whether I'm going back to the hood with chains on.
I feel
I don't get that.
I feel him on that.
Let me explain.
And like I said, as a man,
I'm gonna listen to Kwame explain.
I understand the apology.
Wait, hold on, brothers. Let me talk. Y'all cut me off.
That right there makes you a target in the hood. And what you
said,
you'll never see that.
But what you said also makes you a target.
Hold up. You know what makes me a target in the hood? Because I hear you breaking down like I'm glorified going to jail. But do you realize that I got beef with every major rapper because I talk about the poison that they spew out from speakers? Do you realize when I go down to Harlem, I got beef with?
Look at that. Look, Tanya Hicks was on it. She said his name was Junebug. Junebug from I'm Gonna Get You Sucker. Remember, they was like, man, how you go to the bathroom with all that stuff on?
Everybody down there, damn it, every day I speak out against.
You have not seen I'm Gonna Get You Sucker. One of the first big movies from the Wayne brothers. Or from the Wayne's family. Man,
everything that's going on in the hood with all these young boys killing each other, these parents sitting up in the park drinking Hennessy while their kids are shooting up the block. I've been speaking about all that. So my whole thing is, me personally, like I said, if your message, which I respect the fact that you got in Charlemagne's ass, I respect it. I don't rock with that, man. I don't rock with nobody that take pussy. Nobody. But at the end of the day, I stirred this pot up. So as a man, I could apologize and say, you know what? I came at the brother first.
Listen, what did I tell y'all? Now y'all see the lie? He said he came at the brother first. Now, how did he start it off when Kwame said, you know what I'm saying, why are you talking about me, sir? He said, oh, I'm talking about you because you talked about me. I mentioned you because you mentioned me. Kwame was like, well, when did I mention you? And when he caught it, he was like, no, you know what? We're going to do it like this. As a man, you didn't do nothing to me. He tried to be a little sarcastic about it, but right here, right there, look how he admitted. You know what I'm saying? And I get what he's saying. Like, if I'm admitting it, you know what I'm saying, and I'm apologizing, then he's expecting that to be what it is, but that would still be you just getting your way. I don't want to talk about it. I'm just going to apologize as a man to make yourself look a certain way. You know what I mean? Like, this is media, y'all. So don't take everything at face value. Don't take everything like it's two people sitting across each other in real life with nobody watching. There's plays at hand. There's always plays at hand. That's why Kwame got to watch out, because one thing that we can play better than him is this YouTube game. You understand what I'm saying? And he gonna see how these motherfuckers is cut throat like a motherfucker around here. Watch. Real shit. But if you start off like Melee, if I start something off with you, even though I apologize in the middle of it or whatever, and I say, man, we could just, you know what I mean, agree to disagree. I apologize if I was wrong, da-da-da-da-da. It's your choice to accept it. But isn't it gonna kind of sway your decision on accepting the apology if when we started the conversation off, the first thing you did was lie?
Because I was raised. But my whole thing is like, I mean, if we're gonna build, I'm not really building about whether I'm gonna be in the hood with jury, because I'm gonna be in the hood with with jury.
Okay,
Whether
so
I feel
that's what I'm saying. Let's expound on that though.
You don't gotta show us that you hard, Hassan.
Is it not true that if somebody run up on you by yourself with jury on, what would you have to do to
shout
that
out to
person?
Peanut Nola? I still can't see him, but shout out to my bro.
So
if somebody ran up to me, if somebody ran up to me while I got my jury on,
exactly,
and they tried to take my jury, it's gonna be an all-out war.
I don't even owe you respect if you start the conversation off with a lie with me.
So why put yourself in that situation at 44 with flowers, a fish tank, kids, and a wife?
Facts.
Why put myself in that situation?
Yes, sir.
Do you ask them rappers why they put themselves in that situation?
Yes, sir, I did. I said that earlier today. I said some of these rappers, a lot of these rappers should not even have friends, because all they do is get the people around them killed by their mouth and get the people around them arrested, because they talk tough and they get kids from these neighborhoods like me and you are from, that don't know trades and don't know skills, but they know how to harm people, and they don't know the results of and the consequences of what happened. 15, 16 years old, these boys are killers, and they're doing it at the direction of bad OGs and bad pussy ass rappers. And I'm saying the things that you're saying and the glorification of going to prison, you started speaking about men in jail.
Hold up.
This is my opinion. Hold on.
You got my message.
Argue your opinion. You cannot argue an opinion. This is my opinion. And then when
you took what I had to say the wrong way.
Okay, it can't be the wrong way if it's an opinion. We got to get people to understand what an opinion means.
There's no wrong opinion.
This is not based in fact. This is my opinion based on what I heard you say. So let me get it out. My opinion, and I took it this way, so therefore other people can take it this way. You talked about gangsters, and you said it in a way that made it look like you was glorifying.
Look, real talk. What happened was Hassan Campbell did exactly what Hassan Campbell always do, throw his nose in something thinking he knowing what the fuck he talking about. You know what I mean? Start throwing assumptions on shit about people that he don't even know, because everybody that's famous, y'all know what he do. He go and attack, and everybody famous has took a blood oath and this, that, and the other. Not everybody famous is on that famous level. Some people are just famous working a job. Like, you don't have people that you see like Clifton Powell. You don't. I could almost guarantee you he probably ain't take no blood oath. He a side man. He don't really get no starring roles, but he's always working because he that side dude, because he actually works a job. Now, if you would have said Will Smith or something, yeah. If you would have said some LeBron James or something, yeah. But you think this dude signed a blood oath and was a bust in the NBA? Come on, man. He was working a job.
Being in jail, being around other dudes that was in jail and got busy, because you said there was no name.
The chat getting kind of light. Don't look like people like my conversation.
Names behind me. So what does that tell?
I don't have no dislikes, but I mean,
they need
I
to
guess
be. Don't be the guy.
Somebody else must be live right now with some beef, huh? Because if it's some beef, I ain't trying to miss the soap opera. I'll cut this shit right now. No, I'm just playing.
Hey, and became a basketball player, because that's success. Whether I scored 6.1 point, my mama was on a golf course. Don't be the guy that put your mama on the golf course. Be the guy that go to prison and have your mama send them some money. Is that what you're telling the youth?
Hell no, that's not what that's how you.
Jazzy Live. Jazzy Live taking all my goddamn views, Jazzy.
Saying.
Okay, go ahead.
That's absolutely not what I was saying.
You got the
what I was saying. All right. So what I was saying, just to make you
look, to make it fair, I'm gonna drop this link, but it's only for street knowledge. Cause I know you want to come up here street and do this with me? You want to co-host this shit? Because truth be told, it was me and Street. Yeah, I seen Kwame was live, but it was me and Street that, you know what I'm saying, that was having this little debate. Yeah, I'm not tripping, man. Trust and believe. Y'all know Dice. If anybody y'all know ain't do this for the views and the subscriptions and shit, y'all know it's me. So, you know what I'm saying? Everybody that's live, like if you guys want to go check out Kwame Brown or you guys want to go check out Jazzy or something, I know we all watch that stuff. You guys are free to do that, man. I mean, the video will stay up. There's always the playback. I much rather people watch the playback. That makes my channel move better, but there will be the playback there. Just remember where we at, man, and come back and do your thing. And don't think leaving is going to make me feel some type of way. Like, go get that information. Shit, come back and tell me about it. Shit, you feel me?
Just to make it clear, right? What I was saying is, when I say don't compare me, like, for example, I also mentioned Styles P, right? And what Styles P was saying was how civilians are not snitches. So everybody was in my DM sending me that. And my whole thing is, I've been saying this for like 4 years on YouTube. Why does it take for a rapper to say the same thing that I'm saying? Just like a lot of the things that you're that you're saying is the same thing that I'm saying. So when I'm saying,
look,
don't
I can
compare
drop
me
the
to
link. I
somebody
can drop the link for opposing views, but every time I do that, nobody's really opposing me. People, you know what I mean? I make sense. When you make sense, people don't oppose. It's like, shit, that shit makes sense. When you can break it down to people and it makes sense to them, then people be like, yeah, I can see it that way. That's why people should make sense. When people oppose what you're saying, it's because they don't get what you're saying. They don't understand it. They might have another way. And yeah, no, me and Street Knowledge, no, we didn't agree on this one. We low key agree, but we disagree. We could see both sides. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was on my head for a minute until I showed him. I mean, come on, Hassan lied in the beginning of the conversation. The man said he talked about him because he talked about him first, when that didn't happen. Don't get me started, Street.
NBA is no disrespect. He was just basically saying that your struggle and my struggle was totally different. I'm not glorifying the prison life. I'm just saying I had to go through the hellfire. At 18 years old, you was rich. I wish that I could have sent my mother off and bought my mother a house instead. At 18 years old, I was in jail for murder, and my mother had to move out of Bronx River to Far Rock.
Well, see, that kind of seemed like he's playing victim right now, though, to me. When he do it like that, that kind of seemed like victim to me. Just because he was over there and you was in prison, that would come down to the choices you make in life. Not just, it's not always just about the neighborhood you come from, because y'all could have both came from the grimy hood. You feel me? What up, man? Welcome in Street Knowledge to the building.
Salute, fam.
Don't come here with your glasses fogging, nigga. I know you have to talk some shit.
And don't come here with that Arizona shit. I heard that shit y'all was talking last night too, but we'll talk about that later. Let the jump play.
Yeah, let's just move on. We ain't gonna talk about that right now.
A way to get away from the crime scenes. So I'm not sitting up there saying that I'm glorifying that. I'm just saying that the path that you took, which was a good path, and the path that I took was a different path. So when people be comparing, like, my options and your options was totally different. It's what I was trying to say.
So before Kwame Brown answers that, Street Knowledge, what do you say when he say your path and my path was totally different, just because this dude ended up in the NBA and he ended up in prison, and him not knowing what path Kwame took to get to the NBA? Because don't a lot of NBA players come from the low bottom of the ghetto too? Street?
True, but I understand what he's saying, though. I understand where he's coming from. He was just the wrong person for this conversation, but I 100% understand what he was trying to say. He just ain't articulated well enough.
So you don't think that in some sense with people in the world, you don't think that that's some type of playing victim in a way? Not like you're necessarily doing it on purpose, but you know what I mean? I didn't have the things you had in life. I was in prison. I had to move out of Bronx River. You was doing this, but he don't even know the dude. He don't know what he went through.
Well, in context of what the original confrontation was about, with somebody comparing the two,
Right.
And Hassan saying, don't compare me to somebody that came here with a following already. In that aspect, he's not wrong.
Oh, you saying he's speaking? Okay, so I caught that wrong. So you
Yeah,
saying
he's speaking
on
in
a
terms.
YouTube level? Like, don't compare. Like,
Yeah,
not saying like, yeah, I get you.
Yeah, this whole time, this whole conversation is 100% for him about YouTube.
Right. For Kwame, he don't understand that part yet.
Yeah, he's not. Kwame wasn't even looking at it that way, but Hassan's response originally was all about them being compared as YouTubers, not as people.
Right.
So his route to get to this point where he at on YouTube is way different than what Kwame's would have been regardless. If we want to talk about where they came from, that's cool. But you came here with a following already. All it took was one hot moment and you out of here like a rocket.
Yeah. I get I low key get what you're saying. It comes off as a little, you know what I'm saying? I was taking it because I wasn't looking at it on a YouTube level. So I was taking it the same way, like on a real level, like what I've been through. But see, he's talking about a real level, though. He's talking about what he's been through and all that shit, saying don't compare me. Why isn't he just comparing the YouTube shit?
Because what he's saying is he has to approach it. Yeah, he has to approach it that way. Because even though you could have came from the same place I came from, but you went to the NBA. I didn't take advantage of whatever opportunities. I went this route and I got here the hard way.
Okay.
So in his mind, if you saw the video where he made about Kwame, that's what he was saying, talking about in the video. To him, it was us versus the celebrities. And even though I don't like this clown, everybody know how I feel about Hassan Campbell. I don't like dude, but I can recognize when somebody is somewhat right about something, even if I don't care too much for them.
So do you agree that maybe he shouldn't have put the street life shit in it though still?
No, he probably shouldn't have.
I get what he was trying to say though. There is almost no way for him not to in order to prove his point.
Yeah, he somewhat had to. He was trying to when he shouldn't have, because he didn't have to. You don't need to separate yourself, but being as though somebody who was subscribed to him chose to compare the two. I don't know who. He could have made it up for all I know. I don't fucking know. We know how he lie. I don't fucking know. But in context, from what he was saying, and I don't knock him for saying the shit. Because if you've been around this shit and you getting it the hard way, no matter what that may be, whether or not I agree with how he did it without anybody knowing who the fuck he was. He came to this shit.
But did he build like you and me? Did he just go content for content, or did he have some old shock value shit he told everybody?
It don't matter. It don't matter.
So then he couldn't compare himself to me because I actually got it from the mud.
No, of course he can't, blood, but that's not what this conversation about. This is about celebrities who started doing this during COVID, and a lot of us jumped on there with them and yeah, look at them, King such and such. Oh, look at them.
Here go this nigga calling me. Here go this nigga calling me a hypocrite because he about to come with blood. We talked about this before. And had a
I wasn't gonna say that. I wasn't gonna say that. I wasn't gonna say that. But I'm just saying. Ready. And I don't knock Kwame, but at the end of the day, this conversation, I think both of them was looking at it from two different spectrums. One, this was all about content. Else, it would have been an understanding reach. If a motherfucker apologize, no matter how they choose to, what we still talking for? Why you still bringing up the same shit? This is just content, but it's cool because this is what we do. Yeah, we in the business of doing content, so I can't knock it either way. It was content for both of them. This is what we do. This is what we in the business of doing.
See, and this is
what's the point of being here?
And this is why I bring my boy Street up, because he gonna keep me honest and not biased. I've been trying not to be biased the whole time, and that shit ain't been working right. You know what I'm saying? I've been diving in on that nigga. Like, nigga, do you understand that your arms, nigga, look like when females do ass injections? It does not look natural, nigga. That's synthol, nigga. Them ain't natural arms. What's wrong with you?
You know I don't like that nigga. You know I don't like that motherfucker. That's a lie, but you know I can't stand the motherfucker. But within this conversation, if he come up there and they had the conversation, he even said where he made a mistake at or whatever it may be. But we know what his stick is. Anybody can recognize that. He poke at celebrities. Soon as they give him a conversation and mention him, then he apologize.
Okay,
that's what he do.
So being that that's what he do, is it supposed to be accepted? That by what you just said, that would mean he was all the way wrong from the beginning, regardless.
Blood. It does. This is the thing, right? Kwame don't have to accept the nigga apology at all. But what's the point? What's the point then?
What's the point of what? Bringing them over?
Why are we continue having this conversation if you're going to keep going back asking me why I did something? That's the part nobody's talking about. I get people like the narrative that he did whatever to Hassan Campbell. That's cool. He did. But in a sense, Hassan was right. Like, nigga, all right, if you don't accept my apology, then what is it then? What are we talking about? If I already told you what it was, if I already said it and you ain't buying it, why you still asking me? It's no more conversation.
So I'm gonna put myself in that situation. I could take that easily as the nigga just trying to shut me up because he know he wrong. But I still want to know why you're talking about me. Why would you do that?
But he already said it. But blood, he already said it. He said it already.
Well, then what did he say then?
He said this shit already. He said because he was a celebrity and he prejudged him. Yeah, he said it already.
Okay, but then he's still wrong.
Exactly. He said he was wrong. He said he was wrong, blood. The nigga said he was wrong.
I understand that. But if something bother you, my nigga, you already know you've been in situations where a nigga can't just get away and brush that shit off. No, let's unpack this.
But again, blood, what purpose is it serving? Even content-wise.
I get that.
Even content-wise, if we're spinning in a circle, if I'm going to keep going back to when it's convenient for me, by the way, if I'm going to keep going back to, well, why did you da-da-da-da-da-da? When this nigga is waving the white flag, he's literally giving you, he's literally kissing your ass.
And I'm supposed to just give in to that, though?
I'm not saying it. What is the point? This is what I'm saying. What is the point of continuously asking the question when it's convenient?
I get that, bro. I get that, bro. But what's the point of the shit he does?
Nigga, that's what the nigga do.
Okay, so what Kwame Brown does?
He's been poking at Jim Jones for 5 years.
Hold on. You said that's what he do. Everything we seen Kwame do is go and question people why they're talking about him. Have we not? That's what he does.
Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. It doesn't matter if that's what he does. Both of them, we can agree. Both of them do whatever the fuck it is they do. But in the sense of content and even a conversation, the point of a conversation is to reach an understanding, right? If neither one of us is getting there, why are we continuously spinning in a circle? Whether you want to accept it or not, this nigga done already said what he said. He said, I fucked up, I prejudged, I jumped out the window.
Okay.
And I shouldn't have. I should have did my research. This is what he said.
But then Kwame Brown.
What the fuck are we talking about?
But then Kwame Brown is not supposed to have nothing to say. He's supposed to just shut up and leave it there.
He already said he already said what he had to say, and then he spent the block again and asked the nigga again when people came up on the panel.
Later on in the video after they already been discussing it. Then
he spent the block again and asked again. I'm not talking about the beginning of this shit. I'm talking about later. He spins the block and ask again when the shit goes left.
But the dude said, my bad, you know what I'm saying? I prejudged you. I was wrong. Now, the way I take Kwame Brown asking him why he did it, that answering me saying I was wrong, I prejudged, I'm sorry, I apologize, is not telling me why you did it in the first place. Maybe Kwame Brown wants to know why he initiated that in the first place.
He said why. He gave the reason why.
Because he's famous, so he assumed all famous people are part of the
And
Illuminati.
somebody compared the two. He might be making that shit up. I don't know. It ain't no proof whether somebody said this shit or not. We don't know about this nigga. But I'm just saying, if I'm gonna play devil's advocate, he said what he said. So now they have the conversation, and they having a steady conversation. Why spin the block and come back around to the shit? Why spin the block and come back around?
I was just about to ask that what Prince just said. Now they were on Kwame Brown's panel, right? So if that's what it was, why didn't Hassan Campbell say, man, I gave you an apology, man, I'm out? You don't accept it? Okay, cool, I'm gone.
Because like I said at the beginning of this,
he stayed on the panel trying to rebuttal just the same way Kwame Brown stayed there trying to rebuttal and spinning the block.
Like I said at the beginning of this, both of them understood that it was content. Both of them understood that. That's the part that I want to make clear for everybody that's pumping their fists in the air. They both understood that the shit was content. They're fucking content creators. That's why.
Exactly. So that's what. But see, for you to say that, then you got to understand what I'm saying. If they're doing it for the content, well, then you just answered your own question. No matter. Hold on.
I said that at the beginning. If you're saying he did, if you're saying, if we're just talking about the conversation.
No. Let me explain what I mean before you answer what I mean. Now, if Hassan Campbell's saying, I apologize, and that ain't enough, or whatever like that, and they're both doing it for content, then why wouldn't Kwame Brown still keep questioning if they're doing it for content? Both of them.
Again,
you gave me an excuse to why Hassan Campbell stayed up there, but you're going against why Kwame Brown keep asking him. It's all for content.
Blood. Listen to me. Right? Me and you can debate about 100 different things and disagree on it without me ever spinning the block back to the first one.
That's us, because we also don't do
I'm just saying that's what any fucking body, that's anybody. We can create content out of goddamn two turtles fighting each other and give commentary on it from two different points of view without ever spinning the block going back to the first discussion.
But if they're both doing it for
so content, they had a discussion, but what I'm saying is they had a steady conversation as two men from point A to point B. They had a conversation, which I'm not going to front. No matter whose side you on, it's cool that the conversation happened. Shit like that don't typically happen, right? It don't typically happen.
Well, then, nigga, don't be
no matter how it ended.
Me, nigga, acting like Hassan did something right and one person did something wrong. Nigga, it was a good. I'm glad the conversation happened, but everything you point out points at both of them just being wrong in their approach. But if it was for content, then where are they wrong at? Because they're doing it for content. I understand what you're saying. I understand where Hassan is coming from.
I am building off of the narrative that you're creating.
I understand what Hassan is saying. I understand what Kwame is saying too. But when I give you what Kwame is doing, you want to keep saying that he just keeps spinning around and doing it over and over while saying they're doing it for content. If they're doing it for content, why wouldn't he keep spinning it around? We see that happen all the fucking time. Now, me and you can do commentary and not spin the block because we don't think like that. But if they're both on some content shit, then everything's plausible.
Nobody was wrong. Then Hassan wasn't wrong for his response at the end of that, saying, then what are we doing then?
I didn't say
then he wasn't, whether or not he's going to fight the nigga or not, he's not wrong about the response. What are we still talking for if I didn't already said what I said and asking me this shit again?
No, but he's not wrong for that. But he also don't get to dictate how that man responds either. He could say that all day, and we can sit here and say, well, the nigga should just shut up because as a man, he asked him this. I agree with that. But as a man, Kwame Brown ain't got to shut up about nothing. If this dude has already mentioned him, he didn't come out mentioning Hassan Campbell. You
Look, how is it shutting up if they was having
because the way you're saying it, I'm not what you're building.
No, because that's not shutting up. That's not shutting up.
Look,
hold on. If I ask somebody something,
hold on, Street. If you're saying he already said, then what are we talking for? Either we fight, you know what I mean, or we let it go and move on, or whatever like that. That's saying put up or shut up. So fuck the conversation. Let's do this.
Blood, that's not saying fuck the conversation. They talked for a long period of time.
But if
for whatever reason, and then he came back to the same shit. At this point, it's like, all right, nigga, if I'm in that position, I'm thinking the same shit. Like, what the fuck are we talking about, my nigga?
You keep going back to Kwame. I get that. But you can't fault the man for still talking about it. We can think like that. I think like that. What the fuck are we still talking about? I do think like that. But I'm saying every time I say, if I say to somebody, either we're going to leave it alone or we're going to fight. That's me telling him to either shut up or let's do this. That's me telling him I don't want to have the conversation anymore. That's me making the decision to stop the conversation. Either shut up and walk away or we fight. We don't need to talk about nothing else. That's Hassan Campbell's choice. That might not be Kwame Brown's choice. He could still want to talk and get some understanding, but it's all for content. So where would he be wrong?
So it was never a purpose of reaching an understanding, because if it was, it wouldn't have never went back there. That's the point that I'm making.
And you don't.
Nobody wrong, nobody right in the vein of content.
I get that, but if they're doing it for content, and what Kwame Brown tries to do is expose people. You know what I'm saying? Expose people that come at him. He wouldn't be in his right trying to, if it's for content, exposing is what we do.
And the nigga exposed himself.
He can expose himself. I mean, he might.
That's what I'm saying. When he asked the question, he pretty much exposed his fucking self by saying, and he does this shit all the time, like a lot of motherfuckers do. Don't research shit. Don't do nothing. He admitted to that shit. He said it. He said it, and then they moved on.
Come on, man.
That's the only point that I'm making is he said it. They moved on from that. From that point, they moved on. He went back to it when it was convenient because it made sense to do. That's the only thing that I'm saying.
I still gotta watch
because at the end of the day, that shit was about content.
Look, bro, I still gotta watch it all the way through because for some reason I think there may have been a reason why he spun right back to it. Because Hassan Campbell might have been saying something, and he might have been like, "Well, then, why would you come at me like this?" and brought it back up. I don't know the context of it. I gotta look at it all. So I really can't even argue anymore. I gotta go off what you're saying.
Avoided a few things like that. That is what it is. To me, it ain't a wrong, a right, a wrong in the vein of content. But to me, from the spectrum of the narrative you was building, that's what I'm responding to. Is the narrative you're building.
The narrative I'm building, nigga, that's the response you had before I ever built any narrative.
Because you built this when we had this conversation on the phone. This was the same narrative.
Nah, nigga, you started the conversation off telling me that, and I disagreed with it.
No, you started the conversation off telling me the shit, and I was giving you my point of view, which is the same shit that I'm saying now.
My point of view, and we having the same goddamn argument we have on the phone because of my point of view and your point of view. I get your point of view. You just don't want to see mine. You know,
I do see yours. I'm just saying, in the vein of content, don't none of that shit matter.
Hey, check it out. Straight. Then what are we talking about, nigga? Either we gonna walk away or we gonna fight. Nigga, what's up?
Exactly. What's good? I'm just saying. In the vein of content, none of that shit matters.
Bro. I hear you. But I hope you hear me too.
I do. I'm just saying I think everybody took this shit too seriously. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
That's the point that I was making.
Right there. I think everybody took it out of context, basically.
Yeah.
So you in the name of content, you would say everybody got played.
Yeah, and they both won. What the fuck?
And a few people may eat off of it, some won't.
Yep.
If
Kwame not gonna
right
flag nobody for using his content. Yeah, he not gonna flag nobody for using his content. Salute to him for that.
So can you salute him for actually, you know what I'm saying, low key putting people on?
Yeah, I just said that. I said salute to him for that. I don't have nothing against the nigga.
Cause your light skinned cousin Poppy, he don't really do that.
Yeah, a lot of content creators that been around for a while don't do that, and we know somewhat why a lot of motherfuckers don't do that.
Yeah, but just like Kwame need to watch out for doing that.
Yeah, we understand why people don't do that, even though we all would love to see more of that shit happening, and I hope that shit don't go sideways for him. But we know how this shit work.
Hey Prince, I seen you, bro, but you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to have the little rebuttal of this right here. I didn't want to really do a whole panel, but I will be live later and you can come up because I want to holler at you about some shit anyway, too. You know what I mean? Some get your perspective on something. We're gonna have to have a man's panel later, man, because I know you pissed off about that fucking T history shit. I know you pissed.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna get you.
This nigga is gonna be mad he wasn't a part of this.
I got live set up right now. I got one set up right now.
Niggas thought I was playing. I was like, watch, nigga, when you see your name in the video later, nigga, don't say I didn't tell you. That nigga's gonna be heated. Because that conversation was fire.
Nah, that was some dope shit though. Salute to T history. That's my man's though.
And look, we're not gonna dice up the whole video or nothing like that. That was the points I was trying to get to. That's all I came in for. Because the rest of the shit and the rest of the shenanigans they was talking about, I wasn't really feeling. And I want to go live again, you know what I'm saying, later. Fuck all that 4 or 5 hour lives. Nigga, I'm just gonna take an intermission for an hour or two, maybe let Street go live, and then we coming back live again with some more of it because I want y'all to see the other end where the dudes come up on the panel and dude get to talking about the American Indian and stuff. We're gonna have a whole nother approach. You know what I'm saying? But that's I can break this into pieces. We ain't got to do it all right now, y'all. That way DYSE will be back instead of just giving y'all this and then I'm gone for 3 years like I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying. Street be trying to make me go live, y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I'll be like, well, that nigga live, so I'm gonna just go over there and talk. And I already got it out over there, so I don't end up. Look, hey, at least I'm honest. You know what I mean? At least I'm honest, but y'all support me, so I got to put it in a little bit more for y'all. But we gonna get up out of here, man, and we'll be back in about an hour and a half. What's today? Tuesday?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Tuesday. We will. Hey, we will be back later tonight if this nigga don't fall asleep because we got something new starting up, and it's gonna be the Tony Black Tuesday. Ask Tony Black. We're gonna have a lineup of questions and shit of the week's events and get his true and honest opinion. I'm talking about everything hip hop, battle rap, niggas, ZX, Jazzy, all that sector news and all that. We're gonna get some honest fucking opinions, and I want everybody to be able to be in here and just be honest without beef. Let's just all be honest for once on how we see things without throwing shots at people. Maybe we might be able to teach you guys how to say your opinion without necessarily cutting at people. You know what I mean? Because change ain't gonna happen by somebody yelling at somebody or trying to meet them on their same playing field. That shit don't work, y'all. It don't work meeting them on their same playing field. You gotta play higher. When they go low, you go high. Ain't that how it go?
That's how it go.
That's how I go. Anyway, man, we will get some more of this video in later. And I'm hungrier than a motherfucker. So, we gonna get up out of here, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Hey, Prince, I'm gonna call you up in a minute, man. You know what I'm saying? I think I got an idea for us all. So we gonna get at y'all, man. Peace.
Two-step, slide like this. Do the blood walk, I do mine like this. Fresh fitted, always smash.